So let's talk about Route 66.
Well, Route 66, I think, was formally established in either 1926 or 1927. And in Monrovia, originally, it was Huntington Drive west from Duarte. It was right on Shamrock to Foothill, and then left and west on Foothill into Arcadia and on into Pasadena. It was that way for about 5 or 6 years. In fact, it went by, of course, went by the Aztec Hotel. It went by Recreation Park. A couple buildings on Shamrock, I think, might have been constructed in response to that being Route 66. There's a 800 block, there's a building that I think originally was a garage. Was a small market. The market's still there in connection with the gas station. On Mountain Avenue, where the Monrovia City Yard is now, not on Route 66, but close. That was the municipal auto camp, where if you were driving west on Route 66 and you wanted to camp overnight, you could camp there. That lasted, there's pictures of that in the 20s and 30s. Arcadia wanted to have Huntington Drive designated as Route 66, so they lobbied the state. There's correspondence on file, I looked it up one time, where they wrote back and forth between probably, I would say they were using maybe the equivalent at that time of Caltrans. And finally, they were able to have a dual route established. So at Shamrock, the original route was to turn right on Shamrock and head north. The additional route was to continue west on Huntington Drive through Arcadia. That dual designation lasted for several years, and then the right turn at Shamrock and the west on Foothill was eliminated and was no longer part of Route 66. And Route 66 was decommissioned, I want to say about 1977. But at that time, the 210 freeway was the major east-west thoroughfare, and so Huntington Drive was undesignated as part of Route 66.
So does Route 66 end there, or what happened to that?
It went all the way to Santa Monica.
On the freeway, basically?
Well, no, it's street traffic. And it was something like, prior to the opening of the Arroyo Seco Freeway, now the Pasadena Freeway, Arroyo Seco Parkway, I believe it was maybe Fair Oaks, then west on Colorado, over the Colorado Street Bridge, the original one, into Eagle Rock, and at some point headed southwest. I believe at another point it connected up with Santa Monica Boulevard and ended up in Santa Monica at the ocean.
So the early date you mentioned, the 20s,
Mm-hmm.
that was when the cross-continental Route 66 was created. So where does it start on the East Coast?
Lincoln Park in Chicago.
Oh, so not entirely on the East Coast.
Not entirely, but Lincoln Park in Chicago to Santa Monica, California.
And in Monrovia, then it went by the airport.
It went by the airport, then before it made its right turn. Originally, of course, it went by the Aztec Hotel, the park. What else was there? Probably a number of roadside stands in Arcadia, but not the business district in Arcadia. That was the major impetus to have the change made, so the motorists would be driving through the Huntington Drive business section of Arcadia. Great historic signs now posted in Monrovia, Arcadia, Duarte, probably Azusa, Glendora, further points east.